the church. They're being convinced by the world that they're missing out on something and that they're not normal because they don't practice everything that everybody else does. Well, don't worry about that. Why? We are not the ones who run at the same excess of ride. We are not trying to be partiers when we ought to be living holy. We're not trying to club when we ought to be in the bed. We're not trying to turn on stuff on the TV that lights a flame in our little old souls that we ain't got no business having lit. Ain't no need in watching what you should not be practicing until you get a license. And don't tell me you need to watch it so you can learn how, so that you'll be prepared when you get some license. God has a way of bringing folk together the right way and supplying them with everything that they need. But if you don't wait, then you won't with patience possess your soul. When you with patience possess your soul, you do not run as fast as everybody else, but you watch where you going. And when people start to offer you stuff that sounds good, and it sounds too good to be true, chances are it is just that. Too good to be true. So examine the matter a little more closely. Now, if you're going to be patient, you're going to have to slow down. If you slow down, you ought to ask God, as long as you ain't moving so fast, to tell you what's going on. If you acknowledge Him in all of your ways, He shall direct your path. But the impatient run on. Let's see what happens with the impatient. They get in the big group. Verse 13. Enter ye in at the what? Straight gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to what? Destruction. And many. You mean to tell me that many is over there on the destruction path? Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And if you're not careful, people will try to convince you that because you're small in number, that you're not like everybody else, that you must be wrong and the majority is right. 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, many times the majority is wrong. Don't go with the majority. Why? Because the majority ends up on the broad path where anything goes any kind of way and you can do what you want on this street because everybody's doing it. As soon as you hear everybody's doing it, you ought to ask yourself if you want to do what everybody else is doing. That sounds like a trap to me. What everybody's doing it is supposed to enable us to do what everybody else does. And therein lies the deception. Deception means you've been tricked. You've been fooled. And Jesus says, be not deceived. The folk had gotten so caught up in the wealth of the church, the synagogue, that they did just like we do today. They told Jesus, look at the building, bro. Got nice stones in it and everything. Look how pretty it is. Lord, look at him. And the Lord had to snatch him back into reality. He said, what you're looking at now looks real good. But after a while, you won't be able to find 2 rocks on top of each other. I'm not just going to allow it to be torn down, but I'm going to be allowing it to be made low. So low you don't have to kick your foot up high to get over. Now that's a far cry from something that stands erected where everybody can see it for a long ways away. But the glory of God is with you. God says, I want you like the will. Give everything you got to the right thing. And don't get tricked. Because we're living in a world where people are being conditioned to run out of the wrong things. They're running after the wrong things and into something that looks good on the outside. But on the inside, it's full of dead men's bones. It's just pretty and white on the outside. And it looks so welcoming and inviting. And you know, everybody likes something nice. And so it appeals to your pride. And so you go, hey, well, at least I'm over here where, you know, they got air conditioning, but it's too hot over there. Can't be God if they're sitting in the heat. I got to find me somewhere better. I know God wants me to be happy. That's what they're telling you today. That's the biggest trick to be played. Is to tell you that God wants you to be happy. Let's see what the Lord said, though. Now, you know what's funny? All this part is in red, ain't it? He said, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereout. But he didn't stop there, did he? He said, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto what? Life. See, that's what we want to be following. And what happens? And few. So you don't have a many in that section, do you? Now, I'll be the first to say that my few and God's few is 2 different views. But in the ultimate analysis of it all, God said many are going the wrong way, and He said a few, they're headed down the straight road to life. But He didn't stop there. He said, beware of who? False prophets, which come to you in what? Sheep's clothing. See, nowadays, they don't come in and just announce themselves as the evangelist and the preacher and the prophet anymore. They now come in looking like y'all. They ease in amongst us looking like regular church members who call somebody like me the pastor. But there amongst you, they got a whole other message going out. Mind what you listen to and who it's coming from. Even up in here, where it's a few of us. If Jesus had 12 and one of them sold him for 30, start counting. Because if we got one bad for every 12, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we? Watch this here, though. He didn't stop there. He said, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them. You mean that's in there? Jesus tell you how to recognize them, doesn't he? See, if you're going to put it all in, and then you examine the fruit of where you put it all in, you're going to find out if that thing's real or not. And that's what you got to do. So many times today, people look like they got it together on the surface, but there's something else going on in the background. They got this beautiful facade on the outside, but inside they look like Medusa. And it's just raggedy, and you don't find out how dangerous she is until you get in close proximity. See what I'm saying? And if she can get some little hook in you, put a little touch on you, she can harden you pretty quick. Watch this. Verse number 17. I'm sorry. Yeah. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Did you hear that? Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. You gotta just keep your eye on the fruit. You're going to find out after a while what kind of tree you're dealing with. Well, watch the next verse. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits, who shall know them? But you know, a lot of folk are ignoring the fruit today. And you ignore the fruit when you've been deceived. When you've been deceived, you think everything on the tree look like the right kind of fruit. Especially if they make it taste good. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many, here's that many again, look where they fit, will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord. Look what they did. Have we not prophesied in thy name? They're preaching everywhere, but they didn't stop there. And in thy name have cast out devils. You doing that too? Yeah, but what else? And in thy name have done what? They doing all of that. But look at the next verse. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. And I'm not going to stop with telling you I didn't know you. I'm going to tell you, get out of my face with that. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. You know the rest of that. But this is what God is saying to us today. I want you to put it all in. But I want you to put it all in the right thing. And if you're going to put it all in the right thing, you're going to have to exercise a level of patience to avoid being deceived. So that when you start to look like you're losing on the outside, you're going to recognize the benefits of having been the winner and not the loser. Turn to Mark 10. We'll stop over there.